या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापः। चित्चना स्वित् प्रत्ययाः. The chit chana and the swit, the triad chit chana and swit pratyayas are actually by themselves avyayas, but they are the sadhita avyayas. They fall between the category of avyayas and visheshanas. If used by themselves, they act as avyayas. If used along with a few pronouns, they act as visheshana. Okay, so this chit chana swit pratyayas act like bats. They are neither completely animals nor are they completely birds. These chit-chana pratyayas are used to denote an uncertainty in a qualified noun. So when you are describing a noun with a certain with an uncertainty, as you use some, S-O-M-E, some person, someone, something, sometime, that uncertainty is, or if you just want to not mention anything about that person and want to keep him anonymous, you can use this chit-chana and the swit pratyayas, because they say that there is something which is non-speakable or which is uncertain about a particular noun. For example, I saw someone on the street. I may not know who that is, but I saw some person. I saw a person who is unknown, unimportant, unemphasized, or uncertain, who was going on the street. So for in these four meanings, if it was uncertain, if it was unemphasized, which means I didn't want to say who that was actually. If it was unimportant, if I emphasize importance is almost the same, or unknown, if I didn't know who that was. In all these four contexts, I can use the chit chana and the swit pratyayas. For example, the businessman gave some money to some needy people. So, non-stipulated amount of money to non-stipulated number of people, of needy people. In these contexts, you can use the chit chana and the swit pratyayas. In such cases, these chit chana swit pratyayas are to be used. Swit is used generally in the Vedas. The pratyaya swit is used generally in the Vedas, and chit chana in the Laukika Sanskritam. But they're not mutually exclusive. You can use any of them in Laukika Sanskritam also. Chit chana swit are avyayas by themselves and are immune to vibhaktis, lingas, and vachana changes themselves. Okay, by themselves. So chit does not change into chit, chitau, chitaha, chitam, chitau, chitaha, chita, chitbhyam, chitbhi, etc. Chana also does not change into chanaha, chano, chanaha, chaneshu, chanasya, etc. That does not happen. Nor does swit, swito, switaha, switena, or swita, switbhyam, switaha, switam. None of those forms are possible because they are avyas by themselves. They do not change their form by themselves. However, if it is to be used in a sentence, the formation of such compounded pratyayas, they very much act as pseudo qualifiers, and some algorithm is to be followed, which is enumerated in the next slide. So if you're using chit, chana, or swit by themselves, that is without any other word being compounded on them, if they are used independently, then they are per se avyayas. But if you want to use them through a certain algorithm which makes them qualifiers of uncertainty, then they become pseudo qualifiers. Okay, they are not completely avyayas nor are they completely qualifiers. We shall see what that means. For example, when you're using chit chana swit for denoting uncertainty, which is why people generally use these chit chana swit pratyayas in the sense of uncertainty, you have to follow a certain algorithm. What is that? First of all, the structure is like this. You have to use some form of kim shabda, which is the makaranta sarvanama shabda, right? go back to the Sarvanama Shabdas, where it is explained how Kim Shabda originates. Kaha kauke, kam kaukan, kena kabhyam kaihi, kasmai kabhyam kebhyah, kasmat kabhyam kebhyah, kasya kayoho kesham, kasmin kayoho keshu, from the table in the Pullinga. Then in the Strilinga, ka ke kaha, kam ke kaha, kaya kabhyam kaihi, kasmi kasye kabhyam kebhyah, कया काभ्याम काभिः कस्यै काभ्याम केभ्यः काभ्यः कस्याः काभ्याम काभ्यः कस्याः कयोः कासां कस्मिन् कस्यां कयोः कासु. देन इन नपुंसकलिंग किम के कानि केन काभ्याम कैः कस्मै काभ्याम केभ्यः कस्मात् काभ्याम केभ्यः कस्य कयोः केषां कस्मिन् कयोः केषु. So 21 into 3, whatever 63 forms of kim shabda are possible. Of them you can use any one. Okay, of these you can use any one which acts as the visheshana, and then you can use the chitchana pratyaya, and then finally you can use the visheshya. What is visheshya? If you are not familiar with that, go back to the visheshana visheshya video. Visheshya is that which is being described as being uncertain. In the previous example you said the businessman gave some money. Money is the object being described with uncertainty. So money will be the visheshya, right? So that is the visheshya. So you have to use it this way. First you have to use any kim shabda, some form of kim shabda, then the chitchana pratyaya, followed by the visheshya. Okay, now we'll go step by step. First step is identify which is the noun to be qualified. That will be the visheshya. For example, in some flower, in the phrase some flower, flower is the object being described with uncertainty. So flower will be the visheshya. Okay. So visheshya, again, go back to that video if you haven't seen it already. Visheshya, you have to note always it's linga, vibhakti and vachana. Then step 2, choose the kim shabda under the same linga, same vibhakti and same vachana as that of the visheshya. So once you have recognized that flower is the visheshya, note down its linga, vibhakti and vachana. Apply those criteria, parameters of linga, vibhakti, vachana to the kim shabda to result in a form called X. Then combine that form X with chit or chana. Both are equivalent in their meanings. You can use either of them using the rules of sandhi. Then the pseudo visheshana for the vishesha is now ready. So this compound of kim shabda and the chit pratyaya is called the pseudo visheshana. Okay, let's see some examples so you'll know better. So example here, naraha, I want to say some man, some person, some man. Naraha means man. Now this naraha is being qualified with uncertainty. So I want to first of all recognize this as the visheshya. Then I'll note down its parameters of pullinga, prathama vibhakti, ekavachana. Super. Next step is kim shabda. Take the kim shabda, apply these three criteria: pullinga, prathama, ekavachana. Apply these. I have already told you to make a table of sarvanama shabdas, right? In the tad shabda, dakaranta pullinga, tad shabda in the sarvanama playlist. Please go through that. After that, you will get to know how to form kim, yad, sarva shabdas. From those tables, you will get to know which is the pullinga, prathama, vibhakti, ekavachana form of kim shabda. What is that? From the table, it outputs kaha. Kaha. Now join it with the chit. Let's say I want to choose chit as my compounded pratyaya. I want to use chit. Now you have to combine these two, kaha and chit, using sandhi. It becomes kaschit. Again, in the visarga sandhi videos, you can find this example also in the Strutva sandhi. So it becomes kaschit. So the phrase is kaschit naraha, some man. Kaschit naraha. So the word kaschit itself is a pseudo qualifier. It is not completely a qualifier because it contains chit, which is an avyaya. It is not totally an avyaya because it contains kaha, which is the qualifier. So it is a mix of both. Example 2. Some beggars were standing in the line in front of a temple. Now this some beggars, which is uncertainty. Bhikshukaha is beggars. That is the word being qualified with uncertainty. So Bhikshuka is the Visheshya. It exists in the Pullinga. It is used in the sentence in the Pullinga, Prathama Vibhakti and Bahuvachana. Apply those very conditions to Kim Shabda from the Koshtha. From the table it outputs K. You go to the Kim Shabda in Pullinga, Prathama Vibhakti, Bahuvachana. You get K. Let's say I want to use the Chana Pratyaya here. As an illustration, I will say K plus Chana, K yung Chana, K Chana, K Chana. It is not a Channa dal, okay? This is Chana, Chana, K Chana. Here there is no possibility for a sandhi, so you need not do any sandhi here. K Chana. K Chana bhikshukaha mandirasya puratah tishtanti sma. Puratah tishtanti sma. Kechana bhikshukaha is the phrase. Kechana is the pseudo qualifier. The sky is decorated by some stars. The sky is decorated by some stars. Some stars. Nakshatraihi is the stars. That is the qualifying. That's the qualified noun, which is uncertain. So I want to say Nakshatraihi as the Visheshya, which exists in the Napumsakalinga, Tritiya, Vibhakti, Bahuvachana. How do you know that? Again, from the Namapada playlist of the Antas. You go back to the Akaranta Pullinga, Napumsakalinga Shabda, you will find that. In the Tritiya, Vibhakti, Bahuvachana, it exists as Nakshatraihi. Apply these very conditions to Kim Shabda again. It outputs Kaihi. Kaihi. So now you combine it with Swith. Kaihi Swith. You do the Sakaradesha Visarga Sandhi. If you haven't watched that, do so in the playlist of Visarga Sandhi. Go to the channel, click on the channel, you click on playlists. There you will see Sandhi playlist, Visarga Sandhi playlist. There you will see the Sakara Visarga Sandhis also. Vyoma Kaisvit Nakshatraihi Bhushitaha. So the phrase Kaisvit is used for some stars. Unfortunately, in Sanskritam, there is no one word for some. Okay, it always changes. It is prone to change. Vyoma Kaisvit Nakshatraihi Bhushitaha. Example 4. You seem to have a crush on some girl. Tvam dash yuvatyam prita asi. Yuvatyam, on some girl. Okay, uncertain. Very uncertain. Yuvatyam is the Saptami Vibhakti. Now this is the Visheshya, right? Some girl, Visheshya, Yuvatyam. Again, Strilinga, Saptami Vibhakti, Ekavachana. Apply these to Kim Shabda, it becomes Kasyam. Kasyam. Then combine it with Chana using Sandhi. By this, you have to be familiar with Sandhis. Anuswara Sandhi and then Parasavarna Sandhi. It becomes Kasyanchana. Kasyanchana. Okay. Now this you can find in the Vyanjana Sandhi playlist. Tvam Kasyanchana Yuvatyam Pritaha Asi. Tvam Kasyanchana Yuvatyam. Okay. Fifth example. With the help of some two friends in the feminine, I could complete my homework. Aham dash Sakhyoho Sahayena Karyam Samaptum Shaktavan. Sakhyoho, by some two friends. Female. So Sakhyoho will be the Visheshya, some friends. I don't know who they are. Or maybe I know them, but I don't want to tell you who those two girls were. So Sakhyoho will be the Visheshya. It exists in the Strilinga, Shashti Bhakti, Dvivachana. Apply those conditions to Kim. That is, you go to Kim Shabda Strilinga. Then in the table you find the Shashti Bhakti 6th row and the Dvivachana 2nd column. You will find it is Kayoho. Add it, Yojayatu. It becomes Kayoho Chit, Kayoshchit. Now the choice is yours. You can use chana, you can use swith, you can use chana or chit, anything. But depending on what you are going to use, the sandhi appropriately changes. Kayoho chit becomes kayosh chit, kayosh chit. Okay, because of chutra sandhi and visarga sandhi. So the sentence is aham kayoshchit sakhyoho sahayena karyam samaptum sakshattavan. Aham kayoshchit sakhyoho. Is that clear? So by now you have to be familiar with kim shabdas, all the three lingas and their vachana. That you can't evade that. If that is done and you are familiar with the sandhis, this is just a play of syntax. That's it. You identify the visheshya, go through its criteria, apply those criteria, those parameters on kim shabda, generate the word, combine it with chit or chana or swith, apply the sandhi, and then you have output the what is this? Pseudo qualifiers. Kaschit, kayoschit, kasyanchana, kechana, kaiswit, etc. Is that clear? Dhanyavadah.